Imagine being accused of a crime so shocking that the police didn't just ignore the truth, they tried to bury it. But no matter how deep they dug, the truth clawed its way back to the surface. This is a story of a case they never wanted you to hear. It started on a quiet evening in a small town. A young man, let's call him Marcus, was walking home from his part-time job. Nearby, a convenience store had been robbed. By the time Marcus reached the street, flashing blue lights filled the night. Within minutes, officers rushed toward him. He was poor, he was black, he was convenient. They didn't ask questions. They didn't search for witnesses. They grabbed him, handcuffed him, and pushed him into the back of a squad car. Reporters snapped photos, and the next morning's papers had already declared him guilty. But here's what no one wanted to see. Evidence from the very beginning pointed away from Marcus. Witnesses described someone taller and heavier. The robber wore a jacket Marcus had never owned. A grainy security camera caught the figure running. But the police declared the footage too blurry to be useful. Then, somehow, the tape disappeared. Marcus begged for a lawyer. He pleaded for his innocence. Officers only laughed. They weren't chasing justice. They were chasing a conviction. The trial was a formality. Jurors heard the story the police wanted them to hear. A store clerk, pressured by detectives, pointed at Marcus as a man he thought he saw. No other evidence tied him to the crime. No fingerprints, no stolen money, nothing. Yet the verdict came back in less than 2 hours. Guilty. Marcus was sentenced to decades in prison. Behind bars, Marcus lost everything, his freedom, his future, and the chance to live a life he had dreamed of. But outside the prison walls, his mother refused to let the world forget her son. She wrote letters to lawyers, to judges, to journalists. She stood outside courthouses holding a sign that read, "My son is innocent." Most people ignored her. Some told her to give up, but she refused. For years she fought, with nothing but determination keeping her alive. Then, after nearly 15 years, a crack appeared in the wall of lies. A retired detective spoke out. In an interview, he admitted he had been ordered to keep certain files locked away. Files that would have changed everything. A journalist picked up the story and pressed for answers. Eventually, those files were uncovered, and inside them lay the truth the police had buried. The reports detailed another suspect, one who matched the witness descriptions perfectly. This man had a history of armed robberies and had been seen near the store the night of the crime. His fingerprints were found at the scene, but police dismissed them. Why? Because Marcus was easier to convict. The truth was hidden in plain sight, locked in a drawer, while an innocent man wasted away in prison. When these revelations hit the press, the case erupted. Headlines shifted. Suddenly, the story wasn't about Marcus the criminal. It was about corruption, negligence, and lies. Courtrooms filled with reporters. Judges demanded answers. Families demanded justice. And the officers who once claimed victory in their open and shut case now faced their own reckoning. After 15 long years, Marcus's conviction was overturned. He walked free at last, stepping out of the prison gates into the blinding sunlight. Tears streamed down his mother's face as she wrapped her arms around him. He had missed birthdays, funerals, graduations, but he was finally free. When asked how he felt, Marcus didn't lash out in anger. Instead, he said softly, "The truth was always there. They just didn't want you to see it." The police tried to bury this case. They thought silence would protect them. They thought no one would care enough to dig deeper. But the truth cannot stay hidden forever. Lies may hold for a season, but sooner or later, they collapse. And when they do, they bury the liars instead. Marcus's story is not just about one man. It is about a system that too often values convictions over justice. It is about how the powerful try to silence the powerless. And it is about the relentless force of truth, a truth that claws its way through lies, no matter how deep they are buried. 15 years were stolen from Marcus. 15 years he can never reclaim. But his freedom stands as proof that silence can be broken, that corruption can be exposed, and that no matter how much they try, they cannot bury justice forever. The police tried to bury this case, but the truth came out, and it will always come out. Kindly subscribe to this channel, like, and share for more stories that reveal the truths they try to keep hidden.